Don't ever say that I don't try for my videos, okay? You know how heavy this is? This thing is strapped in. I have plans later today. This thing is not coming out.
Yeah.
Today I'm cosplaying as Ariana Large. Let's get one thing straight. I love Ariana Grande. I love the Cloud perfume, okay? I have the body mist that I did get from Home Goods. Love the Rem eyeshadow in Fembot. The lip stains are a little dry. I'm not gonna lie, Ari. I had a whole Cat Valentine phase. But above everything else, I am a woman of the internet. I see shit, I see discourse. I'm gonna put my nose into it, naturally, as all of us are going to do. And so when a new album is released about someone's personal life and I have no music credentials or insight into their personal life, of course, I'm gonna give my 2 cents, naturally. I want to give a big thank you to today's sponsor, Curology. Thank you so much, Curology, for sponsoring today's video. If Curology had no fans, I am dead. Nicole, drop the skincare routine, drop the skincare secret. It's Curology. I don't know how many times I can tell you guys, it's Curology. It's literally Curology. I don't know what they put in my custom formula, but they put magic into it. I'm actually kidding. I actually know exactly what they put into my formula because it says it on the back. All I have to do is go on Curology's website, fill out a quiz that talks about my skincare concerns, problem areas that I'm going through with my face, and a dermatology provider will give me a formula that works for me. So in my quiz specifically, I was like, I'm dealing with fungal acne, I have clogged pores, I get redness sometimes, I get pimples, the works. And then my custom formula gets sent right to my door. And I've never felt so confident about my skin. This is like the most compliments that I've gotten about my skin, and I'm really excited because the warmer months are coming. I sweat severely. And so I'm excited that I don't feel the need to wear makeup to cover up my skin because I just feel confident in my bare skin. Great feeling. I also love Curology because if for some reason my skin needs do change, I can just message my dermatology provider and send them photos of my skin and be like, hey, things have changed. Can we try something new? And then I get a new formula sent to my door. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I have so many good things that I can say about Curology. I'm excited that a lot of my friends have tried out Curology and have been loving it. If you'd like to start your Curology journey for yourself, make sure that you click the link in my description or the link that is on screen, and you can start your own Curology journey today. Subscription is required and subject to consultation. Thank you, Curology. A little bit of a backstory. Frankie Grande and I go way back, okay? I met him at my local Wegmans when I was in the sandwich line because, you know, they have really good sandwiches, and I saw him a few people ahead of me and I was like, no way, that's Frankie Grande. This is gonna sound really mean, but hold on. I literally said to myself, that can't be Frankie Grande. Frankie Grande would have better tattoos than that. It was Frankie Grande. We took a picture together. He was very, very sweet and nice. He was doing a show at Muhlenberg College, which he went to. On top of that, I was just a big Ariana fan in that time period because I was really obsessed with her relationship with Pete Davidson because I was like, oh my God, what a cutie. Pete Davidson, I mean like Ariana's cute too, but I actually got free tickets at Temple University to go see Pete Davidson, and then he canceled because him and Ariana broke up, and that broke me. Just know that I have never been the same, and my trust issues have only grown. Additionally, I do feel like my vagina is gonna fall out wearing this. Sorry, I'm not gonna bleach my hair blonde for this video and wear Miu Miu or whatever the fuck Ariana Grande now currently wears in this era. We're working with what we have. All of this to say that I have been sucked into the Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande drama. I am a nosy woman. Repeat after me. The demonization of gossiping is used to break women's solidarity. I'm actually repeating that myself. It's an article title that I'm repeating, but it's true. And this is a women's channel, okay? Like very, very women. Of course, everyone else who does not identify as a woman is obviously welcome on this channel. There may be a cover charge at the door, but don't take that up with me. I hired a bouncer for a reason. So anyway, this is all based off of speculation, Reddit deep dives, TMZ, interviews, especially with Zach Sang and Zane Lowe, and personal perception and opinion. If you're watching this, you probably know who Ariana Grande is and have some background on her. So basically in this video, I am mainly covering her relationship with Dalton Gomez, Ethan Slater, and the new album, Eternal Sunshine. So let's fast forward to her relationship with Dalton Gomez, who my friend Jake the other day referred to as Rafael Gomez. I don't know who the fuck that is. February 2020, so about 4 years ago, Ariana Grande was spotted with Dalton Gomez. Oh, here he is, but kissing in a bar in California. And the following month, a news outlet confirmed that they are indeed dating. Who is Dalton Gomez? He's a real estate agent, which was a big shock to like a lot of Ariana fans because she was known to be dating a lot of very big celebrities. A source confirmed that they had been dating since January 2020 and that they were quarantining together. A source said that Ariana doesn't want to do another public relationship, so she's trying to keep this one quiet, but she seems very happy with Dalton. And that same year, May 2020, Dalton made a cameo appearance in the music video for Grande and Justin Bieber's hit Stuck With You. It included videos of fans and celebrities practicing social distancing. And this was basically Ariana and Dalton's like hard launch. So later that year, December 20th, 2020, Dalton and Ariana announced their engagement to each other. And they ended up getting married pretty quietly and privately inside of Ariana Grande's home in May 2021. It was a tiny and intimate ceremony. Like literally nobody knew about it until they posted it on Instagram. So very sweet, very intimate, very private. And it seemed like her and her family and her friends and everyone was just extremely supportive of the relationship and everything to do with Dalton and Ariana. She seemed very happy. People liked the two of them together, even though that they didn't know too much about him. But after everything that Ariana has been through throughout the years, we were just happy to see her happy with someone, you know? She had been through enough shit already, career-wise, trauma-wise, relationship-wise. It was nice to see her privately and quietly settle down with someone who seemed to treat her very well. So actually over 10 years ago, Ariana Grande did manifest the role of playing Glinda in Wicked. She tweeted, "Love seeing Wicked again. Amazing production. Made me realize again how badly I want to play Glinda at some point in my life. Hashtag dream role." Ariana has been very open about her love for Wicked. And Ariana comes from a musical background. Like she is a theater kid. That's how she got her start with the musical 13. So this was just like completely on brand for her. People were definitely missing the music. People were definitely missing a new album from her because it had been years at this point, but they were just happy to see her happily married and also in a role that she has always talked about. So August 7, 2022, Ariana posted a promotional video for her makeup brand REM Beauty on TikTok, and fans quickly pointed out that her ring was missing. But Ariana quickly shut that shit down, okay? She said, "I'm just not wearing
ring, it's getting cleaned. I'm not getting a divorce. Before you start, don't."
So a month later, September 2022, Ariana is moving to London for filming of Wicked. People are so excited for this movie to come out because they know it's Ariana's dream role. She dyed her hair blonde, which was like a very big change for her look that she normally was going for. And then April 2023 comes around and fans start to get concerned. It wasn't just fans, it was a lot of people, but a lot of critique started happening about her body, her weight, her losing weight. A lot of people on social media were making it topic of conversation, whether it was being actually genuinely concerned for her or criticizing her for the way that she looked. Regardless, Ariana and April decided to make a video about it and said,
"I just wanted to address your concerns about my body and talk a little bit about what it means to be a person with a body and to be seen and to be paid such close attention to. I think we should be gentler and less comfortable commenting on people's bodies, no matter what. If you think you're saying something good or well-intentioned, whatever it is, healthy, unhealthy, big, small, this, that, sexy, not sexy, we just shouldn't. We should really work towards not doing that as much. There are many different ways to look healthy and beautiful. I know personally for me, the body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body."
I honestly do really respect Ariana for saying something about that because it's absolutely true. The way that someone looks is not a direct reflection of what their health is actually like. And if Ariana was going through something, imagine how difficult that is to literally go online and all the comments are on your body, maybe on something that you can't control. I also get comments on my body on the internet. It honestly does not bother me that much. There was a time where it definitely had bothered me a lot more, but to be on like the scale and level that Ariana is at, I cannot even imagine receiving comments like that by the thousands. So in May 2023, Dalton and Ariana celebrate their 2-year wedding anniversary, which Ariana does post about. What else happens in May 2023? May 14th, Ethan Slater posts a Mother's Day tribute to his wife on Instagram featuring photos of their son. According to fan screenshots, Ariana Grande also liked this post. Who the fuck is Ethan Slater? This is Ethan Slater, and this is Ethan Slater's wife, where we're at in the timeline right now, Lily J. He's an actor, singer, writer, and composer known for his role as SpongeBob SquarePants in the musical SpongeBob SquarePants, the musical. And he has received Tony Award nominations and won a Drama Desk Award in 2018. Like, he is a very successful man in theater. So Ethan Slater and Lily J had married back in 2018. They had actually been together since 2012 and were high school sweethearts. And in January 2023, so like 5 months before Mother's Day, revealed that him and his wife had welcomed their first child by sharing a photo of a onesie that read "Wicked Cute." So mind you, Ethan Slater is also in this movie Wicked. Ariana Grande, I may have printed out the wrong photo. Ariana Grande plays the Good Witch. Meanwhile, Ethan Slater plays Bach. He is an Aussian who confesses his love to Glinda. July 6th, 2023, Ariana Grande is at Wimbledon, spotted without her ring again. Was it getting cleaned again this time? Fans are concerned. This photo of Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater hits the internet. It's like the earth tore open. Hell broke loose. The Ariancanators It was a rough week. It was a rough month. It was a rough few months. There is starting to be some speculation that Ariana and Ethan Slater are actually dating. Doesn't help that Ariana Grande had deleted photos of Dalton from her Instagram feed, although some remain. On July 20th, 2023, sources confirmed to People that Grande has recently started dating Ethan Slater. Also, news broke Ariana and Dalton have been separated since January 2023. And at this point, when this news breaks, there is no official news that Ethan Slater and his wife are getting a divorce. At this point, there's not even official news that Ariana and Dalton were officially getting a divorce. The reason why this blew up so severely, I don't know if this was some sort of PR move intended to like tarnish any of their careers. Being as big of a celebrity as Ariana Grande is, you would think that maybe they would be a little bit more on top of it, of trying to report the news to maybe paint her in the best way possible. But it didn't work out that way, and I don't know the reason for it. Basically, the timelines just don't look good, okay? They're saying that, okay, Ariana and Dalton were separated since January 2023. Okay, but Ariana also posted for their anniversary in May 2023. So what's the deal with that? And Ethan just posted in May for his wife of Mother's Day, and Ariana also liked that. And there's no reports of them getting separated, but as soon as July, 2 months after May, mind you, the months go like this, May, June, July, 2 months after, they're saying, oh yeah, Ethan and Ariana are seeing each other. Like, that's a fact. Like, sources are confirming that. So it all looks a little bit tricky, right? And then there's other sources, okay? The news was messy, okay? This was all looking very messy. You cannot lie that on paper, the timelines of things, if you are not inside the relationship, but as a spectator on the outside who is just consuming their news from TMZ.com, yeah, it looks bad. In August 2023, a source tells the Daily Mail that Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater were all over each other at Michelle Yeoh's Oscar party back in March of 2023. This just starts looking messy. This just starts looking very messy. Like, this is very messy. Now a bunch of people are like, were they really separated? Are they cheating? Are they cheating in London while their partners are elsewhere? What is actually happening? There's a newborn child. Ariana is a homewrecker. That is the conclusion that the entire world has come to. The conclusion that everyone, including myself at the time, is that this doesn't look good. The way that this all looked, like a little peasant like me, a little onlooker, if you will, the narrative that we were fed by the media was Ethan was cheating on his wife, Lily J, as they have a newborn at home. Meanwhile, Ariana is cheating on her husband, Dalton, as they celebrate their anniversary in May 2023. This is where Ariana enters her problematic era. Prior to this, Ariana has actually not been in that much of controversy compared to, like, really big pop stars. The biggest ones being the time that she licked a donut and said, "I hate America," her frequent use of a black scent, and also dropping that black scent depending on who she is dating or what kind of genre of music she is making or what kind of persona she is trying to be perceived as.
Kill me, get your ass in here. Come on, girl.
I'm like, bitch, that's my cookie. That's my juice, okay?
And also her use of tanning and her change in skin tone, which I definitely will note in this era of her playing Glinda the Good Witch. The tan really has disappeared and her way of speaking has been very, very different.
Oh my goodness, what a gift to be able to make this art. And it was really impacting my ability to be able to love what I do.
People are like, well, it's because she's enunciating, because she has to, because she's acting in Wicked. Whatever the reason may be, there is clearly a pattern in her life and her career of her doing that, and I hope that changes from here on out. During this era, this is Ariana. During this era of being painted as a homewrecker, people are coming out of the woodworks left and right. I was never a fan of Ariana. I don't trust her. She does seem like the type of person to homewreck someone. She's mean. She's not polite. She's not nice to paparazzi. She's not nice to fans. She's not nice to people that she works with.
There you go. There you go. You're doing good.
The song "Break Up With Your Girlfriend Because I'm Bored" becomes a major hot topic. Like, hey, Ariana was telling you who she was from the start. She's been saying break up with your girlfriend because I'm bored. I don't know why we're surprised that she like wrecked a marriage where someone has a newborn baby. News comes out. Ethan Slater and Lily J are getting a divorce. And you're never gonna guess this. Ariana and Dalton are also getting a divorce. So TMZ starts reporting that Dalton and Ariana have actually been broken up since January. TMZ was told a few months back the two tried a reconciliation, but it ended up failing. Could them separating in January and her posting in May that for their wedding anniversary potentially explain this whole, break and this potential reconciliation? It could. It definitely could. Sources also said that Ethan Slater and Lily J were also separated for a while prior to him and Ariana getting together. It seemed like there was a lot of work to be done with PR and backtracking and cleaning up the mess and being like, hey, Ethan Slater was very single and Ariana was very single and very separated from their partners when they first got together, okay? We have to make that clear. Definitely makes stuff hazy when people are reporting that in March 2023, they were seen canoodling, but then May that she was really with Dalton. It's unclear, okay? It's also important to say that Dalton had to be in Los Angeles during the time of Ariana filming Wicked. He works in real estate and he needed to be in Los Angeles for a job. He couldn't leave for long periods of time. So sources were saying that the distance was really making it difficult. There's also reports in the past that Ariana's fame was actually pretty difficult on Dalton, if that's true or not. August 3rd, 2023, Daily Mail reports that Grande and Slater were seen kissing before Ethan Slater and Lily J were broken up. Things are messy with the press, okay? Because they're saying very confusing things. These are all very contrasting statements. Were they together? Were they not together? They were sloppy on set, a source says, claiming they were together long before the world found out. They were still supposedly all over each other while he was still supposedly happily married to Lily. The source continues. They were seen making out at a pub in Hampstead and were all over each other at Michelle Yeoh's Oscar party in March. The source also claims this was a very tough pill for everyone to swallow. That Ariana and Dalton went on double dates with Ethan and Lily several times, and they were seen out by cast members. Lily and Ethan also met Ariana's family together, including her mom and her brother, and that Ariana held the baby, the newborn baby. She got to hang out with the baby. Yeah, no shit, this was a very troubling time for everyone because nobody knows what to believe. And of course, if you're not riding Ariana super hardcore, maybe you liked the song Thank You Next, but maybe you weren't riding her dick that hard, of course, you're gonna believe, what the news says because, duh, it's the news. I think I literally remember at one point last summer texting my boyfriend and being I swear to fucking God, if you were to leave me for a coworker right after I popped out a baby, I would murder you. The SpongeBob jokes. I'll admit, I made a SpongeBob video myself and it did do fairly well.
It didn't get much better, but it keeps on trying.
Ethan Slater was just absolutely getting shit for his looks. Oh my God, Ariana downgraded severely. How could she do this to Dalton? How could she do this to herself? Oh my God, why would she go after SpongeBob? Everything under the sun that there was possible to say and make jokes about, it was made. Not only about Ethan Slater's looks, but now Ariana's as well. Don't get me started on the Frankie Grande and the Ethan Slater memes. That's why I put Frankie Grande on here. You will hear about my conclusions and my thoughts at the end of this video. Do Frankie Grande and Ethan Slater look like? Yes, they do. And I'm tired of pretending that they don't.
What? Child. Anyway, so
they could be brothers. They could be cousins. They could be lovers. They look a lot alike. They look a lot alike, okay? You take Frankie Grande's makeup off, that's Ethan Slater. You put Ethan Slater in makeup, that's Frankie Grande. And I know that there's theories about being attracted to people who look like you. Your siblings, your parents. I'm Googling philosopher in love with his mom. Oh, it was Sigmund Freud. Was this maybe all just an accidental big Freudian slip that's just getting misconstrued by the media? One can hope. Sources tell Page 6 that Ethan Slater's wife, Lily J, was completely blindsided by this news. They have a baby. She's a wreck. They were high school sweethearts. It's horrible. Supposedly, Ethan sat Lily down a few days before the news broke about him and Ariana and said that he wanted a divorce. Lily never saw it coming. By 27th, 2023, Lily J allegedly breaks her silence with a statement to Page 6 saying, Ariana's the story, really, not a girl's girl. My family is just collateral damage. This was a nail in the coffin. This broke people's hearts. People were like, how could we possibly defend Ariana? How could we possibly defend this relationship at all? It's very clear what happened here. They both cheated on their partners. They were being very, very silly for this. They were so messy and not sly about it at all. And this is not the first time that someone had said that Ariana Grande is not really a girl's girl, and that's when articles started resurfacing about Naya Rivera, saying that Ariana Grande did the same thing with her and Big Sean. In her 2016 book, Sorry Not Sorry, Dreams, Mistakes, and Growing Up, Naya Rivera claimed that she ran into Grande at Big Sean's house before he called off the wedding to the Glee actress and started dating the pop star. On the one day that he was back in LA, he said that he didn't want to see me, but since she had a key, she let herself into his house, Rivera wrote. I walk in, go downstairs, and guess what little girl is sitting cross-legged on the couch listening to music. It rhymes with Shmariana Shmonde, she recalled. And then Big Sean and Ariana Grande went off to date in 2014 after he had split from Naya Rivera. Nevertheless, Ariana and Ethan persisted on with their relationship. In October 7, 2023, multiple publications report that Gomez and Grande have settled their divorce. According to TMZ, Gomez will receive $1,250,000 from Grande upfront. That's wild. Opposed to ongoing spousal support payments, Grande will also be on the hook for some of Gomez's attorney fees, and the pair will split net proceeds from the sale of their LA home 50-50. People felt really, really sorry for Dalton around this time. Like when photos of him were posted when he was like in public for the very first time, whew, people were like, damn, poor Dalton. So this is when I started seeing stuff online about Dalton Gomez actually supposedly being abusive towards Ariana Grande. I want to emphasize so much that this is just speculation and just what some fans had seen and collected. I'm not making a claim that anyone was or was not abusive. However, Ariana Grande did like cryptic quotes posted on Instagram in January around the time of her separation from Dalton Gomez. The quote was from psychotherapist Terry Cole's account, and it expressed a sentiment of not wanting to be in a relationship with someone that inspires fear. As the news of Grande's impending divorce was confirmed recently, her liking of several posts from Cole's Instagram account caught the attention of fans and the media. She liked a post that read, "Never again will I be in a relationship with someone I fear." It's not specified exactly when Grande liked this post, but it was shared around the same time as her separation from the real estate agent. She also liked Cole's post about self-abandonment in service of your relationship, emphasizing the importance of not neglecting oneself while in a partnership. Grande also engaged with posts discussing the significance of walking away from people in situations that jeopardize one's peace of mind and self-respect. October 31st, 2023, Ariana attends the first preview of Ethan's latest Broadway turn in Spamalot Revival. In late December, this photo was taken. They got the shit roasted out of them. Oh my God, the things that I have seen them be called. The couple reportedly ventured out in New York City with Ariana Grande's father. Photos of the couple later go viral as fans point out the difference between the pop star's dressy look and Slater's ultra casual fit, drawing comparisons to Hailey and Justin Bieber. A lot of weird speculation around this time about drug use because of their looks. So at the very end of December 28th, 2023, Ariana seemingly addresses critics of her personal life in a year-end letter to fans shared via the pop star's Instagram story. I've never felt more at the mercy of and in acceptance of what life was screaming to teach me. I've never felt more pride or joy or love while simultaneously feeling so deeply misunderstood by people who don't know me, who piece whispers together and make what they want out of me and their assumptions of my life. And very fittingly, January 12th, 2024, Ariana drops Yes and. Queen of Improv. That joke has never been made before. It's her first solo single in 3 years and the lead single from her upcoming album. Ariana makes it pretty clear that this song is about how the media has perceived her and her relationship with Ethan, writing lines like, "Don't comment on my body, do not reply." Remember when I told you about people speculating about her weight to the point where she had to make a comment about it? "Your business is yours and mine is mine. Why do you care so much whose dick I ride?" She didn't need to write that. I wish that she didn't write that. Like, I understand what she meant when she was writing that, and it totally made sense. The thought of her and Ethan, I just really wish that she didn't write that. Like, she could have written anything else, and I just really wish that she didn't do that, but she did, and so we have to move on. And then, a few days ago, March 8th, 2024, Ariana Grande drops her 7th studio album, Eternal Sunshine. Chronicles 13 songs from her divorce with Dalton Gomez, and the beginning of her relationship with Ethan Slater. To give you some background on the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, in which this album is inspired by, after a painful breakup, Clementine, who Kate Winslow plays, undergoes a procedure to erase memories of her former boyfriend, Joel, who Jim Carrey plays, from her mind. When Joel discovers that Clementine is going to extremes to forget their relationship, he undergoes the same procedure and slowly begins to forget the woman that he loved. Something important to note that a lot of fans are mentioning is that Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is one of Mac Miller's favorite movies, who is Ariana Grande's ex. He had talked about this movie in the past and also was mentioned in some of his music. The Eternal Sunshine album starts off with a question. How do we know that we're in the right relationship? Are we not supposed to know that shit? And ends with, it is about the ordinary things in a relationship that really matter. And if you don't feel comfortable with the person that you're sleeping next to, then it's not the right relationship and you need to leave. I'm gonna be honest with you. At first, I really did not like this album. This is coming from someone who is a big Sweetener and Thank You Next fan. I was not a fan of this album, like at all. I was very disappointed and I was like, fuck. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this per se, and it just felt rushed. My biggest critiques of the album at first were it feels very rushed. All the songs sound the same. I couldn't get down with a lot of the lyrics, which I still kind of sort of stand by. It just seemed like a lot of therapy speak. I couldn't get behind rhyming sorry with sorry. I'll be the first to say I'm sorry, now you got me feeling sorry. She like rhymes do and do together. It was little shit like that where I was just like, I don't know if I can take this album seriously. And also remembering that the album was about fucking Ethan Slater, that was really difficult for me. Like especially the song The Boy Is Mine. I just couldn't do it. I gotta be really honest with you guys from like a sonically point of view. The album has grown on me, which seems to be like what a lot of people are saying. I was really scared to make this video because I was like, fuck, I really still don't like this album and I know I'm gonna get eaten alive. But honestly, by the time that I film this video, I do like the album. It's good. It's not my favorite. It's definitely not my favorite. My opinions have changed. I needed a few listen throughs. Like 9 to be exact. People are now very team Ethan and people fucking hate Dalton, okay? I haven't seen any like Ethan Slater thirst trap videos yet and I don't need to, like I'm fine without seeing them. However, I will say that Dalton Gomez's name was trending on Twitter and people were like, Dalton Gomez, when I fucking find you, because of Ariana Grande's songs insinuating that there was some infidelity from his side. She even mentions another woman being in the picture, like, now she's in my bed, laying on your chest, and more brutally, hope you feel all right when you're in her. And I think that's when a lot of people switched up and were like, oh fuck. Maybe we were angry at the wrong person. Maybe we were wrongly angry at Ariana and we should have just been angry at Dalton this whole time, you know? She also insinuated in the songs that Dalton was not putting any effort into the relationship until it was ending. She also said similar things in her interviews with Zach saying by the time that her partner was putting in effort in the relationship, it was just simply too late. And how easy she made it for that person because she was putting in all the effort. She was going through therapy while the other person did not put out that same energy. Ariana put out a We Can't Be Friends music video, which is very beautiful, definitely inspired by the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. She knew what she was doing because she put Evan Peters in there to pull at our heartstrings because she knows that we're gonna see cutie patootie Evan Peters and we're gonna be like, oh, aw. And additionally, even more recently, she was just on SNL where she performed 2 of her songs. Ariana also mentioned on Zach Sang's podcast part 2, she broke down the songs, why she wrote them, broke down some lyrics, and actually got emotional because she started talking about how she felt like it was okay to leave her relationship, her marriage with Dalton Gomez, and because of her mom being able to be a strong woman and leave a relationship that was no longer serving her, Ariana therefore felt like she could do the same, which was very sweet and inspiring, and I definitely feel similarly to that. Watching my mom being able to leave an abusive relationship was definitely a big reason why I had left mine in the past. I presented you the information that we were given. My final thoughts on this all is that we just simply don't know and we probably will never know what really happened. And that's really okay because it isn't our business. And I say this as someone who definitely did make Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater jokes in the past. After listening to the album, it was a nice eye-opener of you really don't ever know what someone is actually going through. After listening to her interviews with Zach saying, you really don't know what someone is ever really going through. And the media is gonna paint celebrities in whatever way it is to try and get a story out of it. Did Ariana Grande cheat on Dalton with Ethan Slater? We don't know. Did Ethan Slater cheat on his wife with Ariana Grande? We don't know. What happened in Ariana Grande and Dalton's marriage? We don't know. What happened in Ethan Slater and Lily J's marriage? We don't know. Is it any of our business? No. Are people still gonna speculate because these are celebrities and this is hot gossip and this is news and of course like what else are we going to fill our time and little brains with? But at the same time, if the narrative that Ariana Grande is trying to paint, that her truth is essentially that she had a marriage that didn't work out, she tried to reconcile it, and she happened to meet someone who was very kind to her and treated her very well, and that she really fell for it at a time where, you know, things looked bad and confusing, but actually weren't. If that is her truth, that is her truth. And whatever Ethan Slater's side of the story is, that's their business. I know it would be very fun if I further gave into speculation, but honestly, after reflecting on this album and also her interviews, it did really make me think, because many years back, I was in an abusive relationship and no one knew. I kept that shit so private because I was so scared of people finding out the truth and I was so deeply ashamed and embarrassed. And once I finally got the courage to leave that person, I was frequently seen with one of my best guy friends. My ex essentially spread around the rumor that I was with this guy, that I left him for my friend, potentially I like cheated, or that like I had ulterior motives, that I was an evil person, when in reality what actually happened was I was leaning on my friend's shoulders when I needed them the most because I was going through a really difficult time. And as time moved on, I confused romantic feelings with platonic feelings, and I didn't know whether or not I like this guy friend. And it was very fuzzy and very confusing to me. But from the outside perspective, if you didn't know me, it looked like, oh yeah, Nicole left her boyfriend for this guy. She's a see you next Tuesday. And that was an extremely difficult time in my life because of how I was perceived. High school is brutal, and high school kids spreading stories are brutal. And I still didn't feel like I could ever fully tell my story about what happened to me in this first initial relationship because it was still so scary and I didn't want to believe that it was true. And I was so extremely ashamed of what happened to me. And things are much more complicated than they may seem. So it's very hypocritical for me going through all of that to look at Ariana Grande's situation where she is kind of insinuating that maybe something similar had happened to her and me shame her and be like, homewrecker, bad lady, you guys cheated. Because ultimately, we don't know. And so now I can very confidently and truly say, we really don't know what happened. And I'm gonna listen to the music and enjoy it for what it is and take things with a grain of salt because this is not my life. Also, something very interesting that I do want to point out before we wrap up this video. So Joe Keery dated Micah Monroe for years, okay? However, they broke up and Joe Keery is now dating Chase Suey Wonders. Who else was dating Chase Suey Wonders last year? Pete Davidson, who dated Ariana. Who is Dalton Gomez dating right now? Micah Monroe, Joe Keery's ex. So basically, to complete the circle, I need Ariana Grande to date Joe Keery. I would love Joe Keery to be dating me, but alas. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you guys liked it. If you guys did like it, please make sure that you leave it a like because that helps me out so much. Also, leave a comment, anything that you want, what chronically online girl video you want me to do next. Ultimately, someone is going to have to take all the Trisha Paytas photos off of my hands sometime soon because they are all underneath my bed. I'm not joking. And the James Charles one is still underneath my bed. That one has to go. Make sure that you subscribe if you want to be nasty. If not, you're disgusting. Also, make sure you have your bell notifications on so you know every single time I post, or else you are gross. I have a podcast that comes out every other Monday. I also have a merch. If you want to follow me on my other social media, Instagram, Twitter, Depop, Spotify, it's just at Nicole Rafiee. And if you want to follow me on my TikTok, it's at Nikki Nasty. I'm gonna go now. This actually has to come out because this is actually very evil and debilitating. Oh my God, she's bald. Bye!